Hey guys, Will Myers, Myers Massage with Bodywork, and today's tip is going to be going over the bicep curl. Now you see a lot of different stuff out there for the biceps, but then a lot of times I see only one thing for biceps. So you got to remember that there are two things in there. Bi for a reason. So you got two different parts of the bicep and we can work simultaneously or by themselves and give yourself some serious definition and strength. Now if you really want to get after it, just follow these quick, simple tips. First off, let's talk about the weight. If your body needs to rock in any shape or form, and you're trying to lift that weight is too much. The core is a really strong part of this, and we need to make sure that we're using it and not doing anything against it. Now, we also want to make sure that the weight is kept on one side of the body. The reason that I do this, and that you see it in the industry, is because we want to challenge the core. Now, if the weight is on one side of the body, gravity is naturally going to pull me down. So I'm going to use the opposite side of my core unconsciously to hold my body up straight. Okay? So we can turn all of our arm exercises into core exercises at the same time. Another thing to remember, you can work the bicep just by simply turning your hands. So since I can get the bicep to move that way, I now can include that in my actions, rotation there. Because that's telling me that there's a muscle somewhere in here that's attached down here. So now we need to make sure that we're using the whole entire arm when we're training arms. Okay? So, the purpose of this video is to show you 4 different ways to work the core while working the arm as well. So 4 different exercises. Okay? So the first one, there's many different ways to do it with your stance as well. Sorry. So we can start off here. This is going to be a little bit better for you balance-wise. This is where I always recommend starting. If you want to challenge your abs a little bit, what you can do is create a little bit of a stagger stance, and now you have to balance just a little bit more. It's just going to give you a little bit more conditioning. Okay? For purposes of the video, I'm going to do it in this position to make sure everyone understands that it's stable. Okay? So, for the very first one, I'm going to start with my hand down. I'm going to mimic hammering a nail. Okay? So I'm going to keep the weight in the same position as I curl up and right back down. Now notice I'm not rotating. My palm isn't up like so. I'm doing this straight here like a hammer curl, okay? Making sure that my shoulder stays nice and inside the socket there, nice and protected. Focusing on the bicep, making sure that that right there is pulling, okay? Making sure that I'm not struggling on that strain, making sure that I'm not having to lift my back far. Nice and controlled, respect your weight, okay? So this is the first one as a hammer curl. So in the circuit, we're going to do 5 of each of these. The second one is going to be your classic curl. So we're going to rotate out. Now sometimes you'll see this straight up in front of the body. For purposes of building your body functionally, especially in the start, I'm going to have you turn that out just a little bit. So now I'm curling this way. Okay? This is just going to make sure that everything stays nice and lined while we're trying to build those muscles. Okay? Now, the third one, we're going to then bring our hand here. We're still going to be on that angle as if we were doing our classic curl. We're just going to rotate the hand down, and we're going to do a reverse curl. So I've got my hands going over top of this weight, and I'm pulling back like so. Now the last one, the fourth one, is going to be a rotational curl. We're going to use all of the muscles together at the same time. So you're going to start in this form, rotate in the middle, and at the top come to your classic curl. Back down, and up. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and work with this same arm here. We're going to do 5 of each one. And now what your goal to do is to repeat that on the other side. Now I always recommend a couple sets for each arm. You do what's right for you. Or maybe just take one of these exercises and add it. But make sure that you're adding rotation into your exercises. Because all day we do that. And during our exercises, a lot of times we get away from the actions that our bodies normally do. Make sure that you're strong in the environment that you're living in. Okay? So we'll start off with the hammer curl. So we've got our hands here. You can put your hand in the back if you want to keep it balanced. You can stay out here. If you want them either out here like so, you can use your hand for balance too. If you want to make sure it's difficult, put that hand right behind the back, and then this is how you do your moves. Okay? Let's go ahead and start with it. We're going to go for 5 of each. Alright? 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. So first one. Make sure the body's nice and straight. Okay? Make sure you're not leaning. Make sure you're in control. If you feel like you need more weight, we'll challenge this some other time. That's 5. Now we're going to rotate the hand. Remember, so we're turning out here. 1, 2, okay? Make sure the body's straight. 3, 4, last one, 5. Perfect. Now we're going to rotate the hand down so we've got that same angle that we were just working, except we're pulling up. Exactly. 1, 2. We're focusing on that muscle. The one that I was telling you that runs from the bicep down to the forearm, you will feel it after this one here. Okay? And that was your last one. Now, finish it out strong with your rotational, okay? Rotate. 1, 2, 3. Finish strong. 4. Last one here. 5. Awesome. Now, you should feel that arm, okay? Let's go ahead and catch up on the other side. We're going to go right through it, focus on form, follow my pace. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotate to your classic style. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now we're going to turn it. Here it is. Reverse curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one of the 4 for today is your rotational. 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Great. So, all I did there was put 4 different exercises together and create a circuit. You can do that with your own. Maybe take 1, 2, all 4 of them. Who knows? Add it to your workout. Have fun with it. The goal is to make sure that you're working everything at the same time. So every time that we move through work, whether we're rotating, whatever it is, we're strong in those actions, not just strong here. Okay? Challenge your body. Check out some of the other videos. Personal training available now. New location coming soon. It's going to be a huge everything under one roof. It's going to be awesome. Keep in contact. Watch everything. Keep on the website. Thanks, guys. Bye.